very strange story to read to you guys. I'm gonna have to read it. It's very. It takes everything to cover this story. So let's go with it. Now, in Liverpool, Brex Road, in Liverpool, a local girl was adopted by a migrant. She was locked up and drugged, unable to talk. In desperation, she threw herself out the first floor window. Just that story is just reading that itself. It's like, it's so...
Yeah.
And then if I say I have a video of it, you're like, oh no, please don't show. No, I'm going to show you. It is really bad. Just reading that. Because all we know is that she was adopted. She was adopted by a migrant. She was drugged, locked up. So that's all we know. We don't know what else these guys did to her. Oh, this guy did to her. Oh, whoever it was. We don't know. It could be even worse. It could be worse than drugs. It could be all the stuff that you can think of. Now, let me play you the video and let's get your reaction. Nathan, it's insane. This is the video. So viewer discretion advised. It is really bad. It's a small little clip. It's like 10 seconds long, but it's important for you to show you that this is taking place in the country. So as you can see right there, you see the video and then you see a picture. Can you see a picture, Nathan?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
That's her. She jumped. And of course, obviously, you know, like she's a child. She jumped through the first floor window. You know, in trying to save herself and get herself away from the monsters. You can tell she's probably hurt really bad.
Yeah. It's just awful. It's just such a sad state of affairs we're in at the moment in this country, and it does almost dishearten me at times, because I know bad things happen all over the world and have always happened, but it seems to be at the moment in Britain that we are really, really going through a bad spell, I think, and it's just firstly to the girl that happened to, it's just awful and just so sickening and sad, and it should never come to that. I think I should say that first, though.
Yeah, one thing that really hits me really hard is that when these stories take place, when an event like this takes place, this should be a national story. This should be a story where it basically should be it should be repeated on loop on every single major television in the country. Yeah. But when I was preparing this show, when the producer prepared this thing, she was like, hey, Barak, look, I seen this thing. I seen this yesterday, I think. I was doing something else. I was not able to cover it. So today she put it, as obviously we spoke. She did it. She, the one that got all the stories today. And she was like, hey, let's talk about this. And I was like, all right, could you get me an article about this? Could you find me an article? And she said, hey, I've been looking. There's no way. There's no article. No other mainstream media platform has, no other something that you would consider as a...
Just before we carry on, I gotta tell you something, because as a content creator going against the globalists, I mean, it gets a bit tricky to stay on track and knowing exactly what to say, and especially when you have a lot of things to say like I always do. That's why I'm really excited to team up with Levante Teleprompter. It is smooth, easy to set up, and it helps you keep every single word on the flow like water. That's right, yes, like water. No flipping through pages, not losing your take. You don't know what you're saying. None of that. If you're creating content where timing and delivery really matters, then this teleprompter is a game changer for you, because it's simple, reliable, and it just works. And the best thing about this is that the founder of Levante believes in free speech and supports young creators like myself. So if you support the channel and you create content, please consider checking the link in the description. Trust me, it makes a huge difference in your delivery. And now let's get back to the program, because I got huge radio signals to send to you.
News outlet. Nobody has covered it. I mean, how? There's paramedic there. There's police. They just raided the house. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody. Maybe Daily Mail or maybe something. No. That is what's hitting me the most. The fact that events like this will take place and you won't hear it from no mainstream media outlet. Like, what? This, when I was growing up, something like this would be on TV everywhere. The local community would be shocked.
And I think that's the problem. That does it happen to, are things like this happening too often? And it's just becoming we're becoming almost desensitized to it in a way. And a lot of these things that we see regularly happening, awful things that years ago people wouldn't see every day, we are seeing this and almost becoming desensitized in a way, which is probably the most worrying thing, that we don't even stop and think about it anymore. It's just like, oh well, of course that happened today, of course it did. It happens all the time now, doesn't it? So that's really concerning. That actually, it's a good point you make.
Yeah, it's like it's becoming a new normal where it's like, no point. There's no point putting attention on this. That's how it looks. It feels like that's how we are. It's like, oh, it's just a normal thing. Oh, it's raining. Oh, yeah, it rains every day in Britain. Oh, it's okay. That's how it is. Yeah. Where a young girl will be adopted violently, I assume, locked up, drugged, unable to talk in so much desperation. So you have to think of what they were doing to her. Probably, I don't know. I can't get into, because obviously it's not being put out there. It's probably not going to be put out there. It's something that we probably will never get to know. In desperation, she had to jump to save her life. Now she's probably, hurt, her legs, head. Don't know if she's alive. And the fact that the mainstream media are not able to report to us is just more terrifying. Yeah, I did say today's stories will be really difficult, Nathan. I hope you got the stomach for it.
I have, but that's a heavy one to start, yeah.
That's a heavy one to start with. But doing this, because I've been doing this for not too long, but long enough to understand, like, it's not cake. I'm assuming when you were doing like reality show, it's all fun, pink stuff, everything's rainbow, dancing around, music is blasting, you kissing a girl on live TV and stuff. I'm assuming that's what you're good, that's what you're from. But over here at the Baraka show,
I don't know, because I suppose that was that time, 6 weeks, and it was all kind of whatever. But
it was all candies.
Yeah, I've had my eyes open very much. I'd say most in the last 6 months. I've been seriously putting out my opinions out there and whatever else I've been doing. So I've definitely taken less of a mainstream media type reality TV role that some of the people that were in alongside me have done. I've not really gone down that route. I've gone down the route of politics, things I'm interested in, putting my opinions out there and putting what I think is right out there.
Yeah. So this is the Baraka show. Thank you so much for coming. Obviously we still got maybe another 2 hours to go, maybe an hour. We'll see how many stories we can cover. That's one done. I hate to say done, because what's happened to her will never be done. Yeah, she's gonna go through that for the rest of her life. Whatever happened to her, we don't know. We'll probably never get to know it. And if we do get to know, we'll never get to know the pain she'll go through. So when I cover these stories, and especially stories like this, in a way to cry out loud and call the public and maybe wake some people up with the information first of all, and also with an emotion cry, because I know that the public is no longer emotional anymore. We're not emotional anymore. I know the world is becoming less emotional to stuff like this. It's like we don't really react to it anymore. We just scroll past it. It's like, it's not like nice. It's not tickling me, so I'm gonna that's what we are. So I make these stories and I bring these stories up all the time, not because I have to, not because I want to. I have to, because if I don't, nobody else will. And whoever will do it is probably a small account like myself. So hey, we might as well do it together, because the big accounts won't even do it because they're scared. They're scared to address it because maybe the advertiser might not like it, or maybe the managers might not let them pass through the story to, you know, to the producers and stuff. So that's why we do it. So
to every single one of you who has walked this road with us, not just the easy win, but the tough, heavy storm, I want to reach out my hand to you, sir, and say thank you so much. Thank you so much, missus, because you didn't just fund a platform. You didn't just support creator. You stood for something sacred, something real. The idea that truth should never be owned by the politicians, by the elites. So thank you so much. Because we're living in a world where headlines are shaped by propagandists. We're living in a world where narratives are created by a politician's agenda. So staying true and telling you the honest truth isn't just hard anymore. It's becoming radical. And we've never taken a penny from any corporation or political party, because we understand that journalism should never be funded by the elites, should never be funded by politicians. Journalists should only be accountable to the people they serve, not the people that they meant to question. But staying independent comes with a lot of cost. It means no more access, no access to fancy meetings, no access to big donors. So we're choosing integrity, we're choosing morals, and we're choosing to put stories in front. And trust me, that's a cost I'm willing to take. That's why we need you, not just as donors, but as people, as defender of truth, as people that believe that truth isn't a luxury, it's a right. It's a right that every single person in the country deserves to get. And if you've been watching the mainstream media lately, I'm sure you've felt a quiet rage when you see a story being told in a different way, when you see the truth being twisted, when you see suffering being ignored, when you see the powerful few rewrite history and take over narrative and rewrite reality. And now this is the moment that stops. Every single contribution that you make to this channel is a refusal to be manipulated. It's a stand against distortion. And if you believe that journalism should be factual, if you believe that journalism should be unbiased, then this is your time for you to stand with us. Donate right now and build this movement with us. Be the reason why the truth survives in this country. Thank you so much.